Okay, so we've talked about fillers, we've talked about sandpapers. The one thing we haven't talked about just yet is your gap sealants. So you've got a standard, what we call gap gum, caulking gum, lots of different names for them, call them what you will. They're a basic thing, you don't need a dear one. They'll try and sell you dear things at the hardware shop, your local paint place. What we're trying to do here is show you how to do this. You don't want to spend a fortune, otherwise you'd be better off getting me. You'd be better off getting a professional. So this is a cheap one. It costs well under $10. It works fine for us. When we break them, we get a new one. You guys will not break one. So we slide the tube in, we cut the end off as you would. The little tip here is cut your nozzle, which they always come flat, cut it on a 45-degree angle. So just get a Stanley knife, be careful, cut it on a 45, not too far down, you don't want it to be massive. And what this does is always make sure that 45-degree angle, turn your tube around so that 45-degree angle works flat. No one gaps like this. If you do it like this, straight across the surface, the gaps will roll up in a ball and it won't go down nicely for you. Hold it on a 45 degrees, nice clean angle. And don't forget to release the tube, pressure on the tube or it will keep running out the end. Get your finger and just wipe along the edge. Now if it hurts your finger, we always carry rags with us. Bit of water in a bucket, some of my guys like to use. You rip off one of these or any sort of rag, bit of water in the bucket, not too much or you'll wreck your gaps, and just your finger inside of it so you don't catch your finger in it, wipe along there and you're done. We'll show you more of that later. Every skirting around us needs this done. So we want to fill up all them gaps and cracks, because if you don't, these are just acrylic gap sealants, and if you don't fill them up, what you're going to have is a job that I walk in and think, wow, the homeowner's painted this, you want me to walk in and not even look at your painting. And if you can do that and your friends come around and go, wow, I like your colours, you've achieved what we should achieve. While we're quickly talking about this sort of stuff, we're going to talk quickly about, it's just a quick one about stirring sticks. Now, when we talk about stirring sticks, there's a few different types, very basic. Again, you don't need to buy one from the hardware store. This was just coming out of a louver door. You see louver doors, you can knock both sides off, you get 100 sticks enough. Just use what you've got, just make sure no dirt or anything comes off them, they're fine. For the big drums we use paddle stirrers, use an action. Again, a bit tricky to use, and if your paint comes stirred up from the shop, a stick to stir it up will be fine. Don't get stuck buying expensive ones like this. They're more for mixing up mud, like cornice cement, or more for that sort of stuff we use them for. And you're likely to put it on your cordless drill, pull it out the paint too much, next thing you've got your walls painted, but not exactly how you wanted it to be. So a big mess. So forget these ones for paint, unless you're a professional, and go back to just standard sticks or paddle stirrers, and that's all you'll need. And there's no need to spend any more money on that sort of stuff, because it really can add up quickly if you start buying everything you like at the paint shop. So just keep that in mind when you're there. Use what you can at home, make it cheap, because that's half the fun. Alright guys, we'll move on later.